Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome to Sector News. Here at Sector News, take all of the sector shit and compact it into one shiny turd that's a little less stinky for everyone. Last week in Sector News brings another wave of drone wars.
The skies over Indianapolis seem to be raining hygiene products over the Moore and Henson residents. Apparently, these products were a foreign concept to the happy couple and triggered multiple 911 calls to IMPD vicinity. It seems someone was kind enough to airdrop deodorant, dental care, and cleaning supplies to the 911 North Rural resident and was harshly criticized on a dog kennel channel hosted by none other than Tyra Jamel Moore. Don't be fooled by the name, people. Tyra is a 43-year-old male who stands 10 toes down and is strapped like a midget with a pink AR-15. Sources close to the station say that if the drone had dropped necessities such as Skull vodka and full-flavored Newports, things could have gone a lot differently for the drone pilot. The pilot would have been met with open arms and praises by the Moore Henson family. And during a live stream being conducted by Mr. Tyra, the unwanted hygiene products continue.
Now we go over to Dixie where she is live on the scene with the Royal Street resident Tyra Moore and hear what he has to say about the incident that occurred during his live stream.
Yeah, this is what he just dropped. Inches from my motherfucking head. Damn near hit me in the head and caused harm to me from way up in there.
Okay, Mr. Tyra, we can't have you speaking that way on the station, but let's take a look at the surveillance video from the incident that Mr. Moore is speaking of.
Look at me. You see it? Yeah.
This could have been deadly to our pigtailed pygmy in Indy.
That's when I spotted it.
Hopefully he confronted IMPD with more respect than he is showing our station.
Next thing you know, I hear, boom, dropping it in my corner. Again, man? Listen, man, I'm about to see sick. This been going on for 5 years, man. They just did it. Just drop this. Look how he's rigging it to drop it on a drone. It's illegal to fly drone people's house. My dogs ate this last night. This shit kills dogs, man. Who pays kills dogs? Look it up. I got over $20,000 in my fucking dogs. It ain't on my porch, it's right there. Now, this is what he dropped again. I'm going to file a report here in a minute again. There you go.
Tyra's YouTube fans were outraged. The comment section of his stream was blowing up. Let's shoot back over to Willie in the newsroom for more on that comment section and what sparked the outrage.
Someone by the name of Rashida Strober, the dark-skinned activist, made comments stating her outrage about what was happening to Tyra, only to find out it was not the real dark-skinned queen. Meanwhile, down in St. Petersburg, Florida, the real Rashida Strober was madly typing out a statement to Tyra to ensure that he knew she had been impersonated and that she was also calling the police regarding the impersonation of her name and her likeness and what was being done to the poor man from Indianapolis.
Sources say Rashida is familiar with the drone pilot that released gifts onto the Moore Henson family and feels that anyone who looks white, sounds white, or thinks white should die. As chaos continued to kick off across the sector, it caused a flurry of 911 calls across the United States. At one point, Claudiva made a report on ZX. ZX made a report on Super Jim. Tyra made a report on Super Jim. Rashida Strober made a report on Super Jim. It looks like Super Jim's going to be busy running from one side of the United States to the other. Also in indie news, Tracy by Nature attempted to make amends with Tyra and offered her services to put an end to the drone drama.
In other sector news, we have a sector news exclusive. One of the sector's largest mysteries of 2021 has been, where are Lola's pups? Why has no one seen them?
Lola, come here, baby. Lola.
Was Lola ever really pregnant?
Lola.
Did she miscarry?
Lola, come here, baby.
Did all the pups die soon after birth? Well, sources close to the network claim they were given a unique opportunity to see the pups. And with a specially designed NASA-produced camera, our sources say they were able to photograph Lola with her pups and were able to capture the visuals of how Tyra sees Lola through his eyes. We have obtained a couple of these photos and believe that these photos will show us why these puppies were never seen by the collective majority. Okay, folks, it looks like we're having a little bit of technical difficulties over at the station. Now we scoot down to southern Atlanta, Georgia, to the home of Tommy Sotomayor. It seems the sector gravitates to things going on in Soto Nation. We are told there is quite the controversy happening between Mr. Sotomayor and one Kwame Brown, former NBA player for the Lakers. According to Kwame Brown himself, he had always been a fan of and looked up to Mr. Sotomayor and his work on YouTube. After watching Tommy through the years, he decided that YouTube could also be profitable for him as well. Unfortunately, it was slow going for Mr. Kwame. Mr. Sotomayor invited Kwame Brown onto his show to promote his channel. Things gradually began picking up for Kwame. Kwame and Tommy remained friends behind the scenes. After Kwame finally made it with a viral video calling out a few people on YouTube, Tommy and Kwame had an understanding that once Kwame had made it big on YouTube, he'd come back to Tommy Sotomayor's show, or Tommy would appear on Kwame's show to talk about it and to further promote each other, and Kwame could return the favor or opportunity that was given to him by Mr. Sotomayor. Being that Kwame felt he didn't owe Tommy anything and no longer needed his shoulders to stand on, Kwame blew Tommy off. According to sources, Tommy felt very betrayed by Mr. Brown and felt that what he did was pretty shitty behavior, and he called him out on it. To save face, Kwame Brown jumped on his YouTube channel and tried to make Tommy look as bad as possible. You know, these are things like any mature, gratitude-filled man would do. Now let's hear Tommy Sotomayor's side of the story with the Kwame Brown situation.
This is a tough one to talk about. I actually view Kwame Brown as a friend, but I had reached out to him a couple of times about coming onto my show to talk about what's going on. Before he blew up, you know that the first people who were watching his show were almost all Soto Nation. His subscribers were almost all Soto Nation. I brought him onto the show to deliver his side of the story. When I brought him onto the show, was anybody else trying to bring him onto their show? He used to text me when he put up a video to get my opinion on the video. This shit hurts to watch happen. When nobody was listening to Kwame Brown, I not only took him under my wing, but anytime he texted me, well, first off, I can show y'all the text messages. I didn't initiate text. Big I was, it didn't matter I was in the middle of moving, it didn't matter that I was it didn't matter what I was doing. He would tell me, thank you for opening my eyes. I never realized this stuff before you. He would say it over and over and over. He would come in the comment section. I'd shout him out.
We now go over to Kwame Brown with his side of the story to the Tommy Sotomayor situation going on in Atlanta, Georgia.
Little punk time, right? The nigga that claimed to be my friend, as to say in a video that I'm a pussy ass motherfucker. And that my mother, I was raised by a pussy ass motherfucking bitch. Fans don't know why you disrespecting me and my mother on such a level over a video. It's unfortunate that this internet thing makes people do things for attention. Yes, I don't know. Tommy, I'm not gonna beef with you. I've always given you the utmost respect. I've always shouted you out. When you text me and said, hey man, you gave Kevin Samuels the credit for something that I said. I said, oh shit. I said, you're right. I said, my bad. I said, shout out to my boy Tommy Sotomayor. But it seems like, I guess you want to stand on my shoulders like that. Because I couldn't watch the whole thing because I'm like, man, this dog talking about me like that over a misunderstanding that I text you. Hey man, if it ever come up again, make sure you talk to me first because it ain't like that. And you wouldn't even give me that benefit of the doubt. You sent me an angry text like we were breaking up or something. I'm just like, I was at dinner with my family looking at it like, how the fuck do I respond to this? I don't know what I owe you. First time we met was over a video I did when God blessed the dead when I was mad at myself and COVID. It wasn't like we were good times, but I'm still not going to disrespect you. I never disrespected you, even in the text message. I'm new to this YouTube thing. A dude that I thought I was cool with is now, dragging my name through the mud. I've done nothing but respect this guy. I've even shouted him out. I'm the one to help you start your YouTube career. The only reason why I know Tommy is because a video that I made on my Facebook. So I know you because I broke the internet just on Facebook previously. And that's how you got in contact with me. That's how we talk. And then now I broke the internet again. And now somehow you trying to talk to me and I owe you something. Matt Barnes invited me to his penis, sir.
Matt Barnes invited me to his penis, sir.
So what I was doing, sir, was trying to disrespect him in the best way I could so he can challenge me to what he did challenge me to, which was a boxing match. And then I countered that boxing match and said I wanted to jump up and down on his ass like a trampoline because I ain't no motherfucking boxer. Now, had you done a little research and instead of trying to follow the YouTube algorithms, and then you really just jumped the gun, that's all you did. The only reason why you know anything about Judge Joe Brown is because you called me when you came back from out of town. And when you called me when you came back from out of town, I told you I had emailed Judge Joe Brown, and I think I'm getting him on the show Friday. And I'm the one said, maybe we can bring you on. I never said, yes, we're going to bring you on because I had to think about it. Judge Joe Brown talk enough for 3 people. So what was your role and what was your purpose going to be? But instead of you waiting and trying to act like you just over me and you helped me, because you really didn't. There was things on my YouTube that I didn't even know until Star called me yesterday and told me. You acting like you gave me so much YouTube advice and you helped me out. I wasn't even monetized in the way that I should have been, where I could be monetized overseas and abroad. It was things that I did not know and how to protect my channel that Star talked to me about, not you, sir. And I'm still not going to disrespect you because I can kind of see now what you're doing. If you can't make money with somebody, you're going to do what you always do, be the king of controversy. I guess a comment that I made about 2 little punks made me make the Breakfast Club. And now it done made your name reach a guy named Tommy Sotomayor. So now his effeminate ass speaking like he know you. Because he a gossip girl. All he do is talk about shit he heard. Yeah, I guess me not doing an interview with him, now he called our mama a bitch. He called female I know a bitch. He's a very disrespectful young man.
That's going to conclude this edition of Sector News. Please stay tuned for the latest updates in the Sector Shit Show.